Hello, my dear friends, and welcome to yet another read aloud story, Stone Soup. One day, a kind traveler came upon a cold and lonely village. He carried only a knapsack filled with kindling and an empty iron pot. The village seemed an unfriendly place. The streets were empty, and every window and door was locked. The traveler was tired. He was hungry too. He walked to a house and knocked on the door. He thought he heard someone move inside. He thought he saw a curtain move, but no one answered. The traveler did not give up. He walked to another house and knocked. This time, a woman and three small children came to the door. Hello, said the traveler. I am looking for a place to rest my head and a bite to eat. Can you help me? No, said the women. We have not had any food for days. My own children are hungry. You should go on to the next village. The traveler smiled and said, My, you are in worse shape than I am. Do not worry. I will happily share my stone soup with you. All we need is water from my pot and a fire. So the children gathered water and wood. The traveler used his kindling to start the fire. Soon they had a cheery fire and the water in the pot began to boil. The traveler pulled three smooth stones from his pocket and dropped them, plop, 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 into the pot. The woman could not believe her eyes. A soup from stones, she asked. Yes, said the traveler. It is quite delicious, although it would be a bit tastier with salt and herbs. Oh, said the woman, I may have some salt and herbs in my kitchen. As the woman added herbs and salt to the pot, the door of her neighbor's house opened. A man and his young son came out. What are you doing? Asked the son. We are making stone soup, answered the traveler. A soup from stones? Asked the father. Yes, said the traveler. It is quite delicious, although it would be a bit tastier with a few vegetables. Daddy, said the son, I think we have some carrots and potatoes under the stairs. The man and his son added carrots and potatoes to the pot. The smell of the stone soup lifted into the air. The window opened and an elderly woman called down to her neighbors. What are you doing there? We are making stone soup, they replied. A soup from stones? Asked the elderly woman. Yes, said the traveler. It is quite delicious, although it would be a bit tastier with a little meat. You don't say, said the elderly woman. Well, I happen to have some. One by one, the villagers opened their doors. Each brought a little something to add to the stone soup. When the pot was full, villagers offered bread, butter, and other goodies. One villager even shared his homemade apple cider. The traveler exclaimed, This will be a meal fit for a king. The villagers and the travelers sat together and enjoyed a delicious meal made from stones, their tummies full of food and their hearts full of joy. They declared to one another, Who would have imagined such a meal? The stones must be magic. The traveler answered, No, there is no magic in these stones. Each of us shared just a little and together we have made a feast. When the meal was over and all of the dishes were done, the traveler filled his knapsack with kindling and collected his pot and stones. Down, the traveler continued on his way. The villagers waved and shouted their thanks until he was out of sight. "What shall we eat today?" they asked one another. A child held up a stone and said, "I have an idea. Let's make stone soup." Thanks for watching Peekaboo. And please like, share and subscribe Breezy Bits, a common channel for everyone.